Hello, friends, and welcome to another video lesson from DBOS Talks. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click subscribe and click the bell so that you can be notified of new uploads. This video is in the playlist called Database System Check, and in this one, we'll be learning how to know the database system date and time. Okay, so there are a couple of ways of doing that, and we'll be, what is the title? No, this is system date and time. So first is to just get the system date, okay? System date only. So to do that, you will be, I guess you'll be familiar, for those who have been watching my videos in this channel, you'll be familiar with this select statement. So select sys date from dual, the dual table. Okay, so when you execute this, it will return to you the system date, which is usually today's date. Depends really on the date that has been set at the database server. Okay, so select system sysdate from dual. So it will give you that. So that's the basic command that you will be using many times. As if you're in the industry, if you are using SQL, you'll be using this a lot of times. Okay. So the second way to get system date is to select the system date and time using the tocar function on sysdate. Okay. System date and time using the tocar function, or string function, using it on the system date value. Okay, let's do this. So to do that, you'll be expanding on the previous select statement you saw. So instead of just a straightforward select state from dual, we'll be using the tocar function right over here, which is select tocar. As you know, it's a function, so you have a pair of parentheses here, highlighted in blue. Inside of the first parameter will be the sys date, which is the value in date data type, which you want to convert into a string of varchar2 in Oracle. So what follows that is a comma, and then the second parameter is what you call the format mask. The format mask is what specifies, is how you will specify the format of how you want to display the date and or time value. Okay, so select the tocar function here and a pair of parentheses for the function. The first parameter being the sysdate value, which is an Oracle pseudocolumn, and then here's a format mask. In my case, I'm specifying dd-mon-yy, meaning the numeric value of date, and then followed by the first three characters of the month, followed by the 4 digits of the year, and then space followed by the hour, the numeric value of the hour, separated by a colon, and then the minute, numeric value of the minute, colon, and then the numeric value of the seconds, and then space followed by AM. But when I say AM, I also mean it could be a PM. If it is a PM, it will be a PM. Okay, so that's the whole tocar function from here up to the end of the parenthesis, and then here is just an alias, and then we're selecting it from the dual table. Okay, let's do that. So instead of the simple basic date value that you saw in the previous example, here you have an expanded value which shows the date and the time, simply because it's following the format mask I have specified in this second parameter over here, which I'm highlighting. Okay, so again, you'll be able to display this in a number of ways depending on the format mask you're using here, meaning dd/mm/yyyy, or if you're US centric, it would be mm/dd/yyyy. If you're like Hong Kong, it would be yyyy/mm/dd. Okay, so depending on your preference, depending on your locality or country, location, whatever it is. So there are numerous ways of specifying the date and or time, okay, using the format mask string over here. Okay, that's the second way. The third is using the NLS date format. So NLS underscore date underscore format. It is an Oracle initialization parameter, and you can set its value for the session you're in. There's also a way to set it permanently, which is usually done by the DBA, or anybody who has such privileges, you can also do that. But normally, if you're a developer, you're a user, you can do this at the session level using this initialization parameter called NLS date format. Okay, so because we need this, because otherwise, if you don't do this, if you don't do that, it's still fine. But if I do a select of sysdate from dual, it will give you whatever is the current setting of the NLS date format, which is DD, showing here. This is in the format DD dash MON, first three characters of the month dash YY, or could be RR. But that's what you see. So if you want to expand that and specify it, tailor make, customize the display of the date and or time, you will do an alter session command. Okay, so let me get that. So again, I'll be altering the value of an initialization parameter called NLS date format right over here. So I'll say alter session, which is DDL command, set NLS date format equals, and then here's a string specifying your preferred date time format. Okay, when I execute this, it appears like nothing happened, but if you look at the bottom of your SQL developer or even your SQL class or whatever SQL utility you're using, you will see something like this. So session altered. So that's the effect of my having executing this command. Okay, alter session. And then now when we requery the value of sysdate from dual, you will see something different now. Okay, this is the effect of the alter session command I've just done. So now the value of sysdate is now showing both the date and the time in succession or in that sequence, following the format mask I have specified in the alter session command. Okay, so this is you're looking at the third way of displaying date and or time. The fourth one we're gonna be looking at is this. Wait. Sys time stamp. There are other ways, but I'm just giving you 4 ways of displaying or getting the value of the current or system date and or time. So sys timestamp, this is Oracle centric, I believe. So you will be executing to get the value of this one, you will do this select statement. Select sys timestamp from the all too familiar dual table. Okay, so let's do this. When you do that, this has no relation or effect or compared to the previous option we did, which was doing an alter session, is different from this one. This one is straightforward. It's also a pseudo column, same as sysdate. So you can directly get its value doing a select either from the dual table or from any other existing table. Okay, select sys timestamp from dual. What it gives you is the date value, which is in my case 15 December 2024, followed by the time 9:54, and then the second and some decimal values of the second, followed by either AM or PM over here. And then at the very last, it is showing me the time zone where I am in, or the time zone, not where I am in, but where the database is located. Okay, so in my current location, the time zone is GMT +8. So it's showing me this plus 08:00. It means the database is located in a country where the time zone is GMT +8. So that's what you get if you use the pseudo column sys timestamp and you do a query of its value. Okay, so in this short video, we've learned at least 4 ways of getting or displaying the date and or time. Okay, just recap, take a look. There were 4 ways, examples that I've shown you how to display the time, system date and or time. First was a straightforward query of the pseudo column called sysdate, system date. Second was still using sysdate, but expanding on that by using the tocar function being applied on sysdate, pseudo column. Third was using the initialization parameter called NLS date format and manipulated using an alter session command, okay, which is session specific. Meaning once you disconnect from your session and then you come back again and log in again and reconnect to the database, then that setting will have been lost. Okay, so it's session specific or session centric, if you can call it that. And the fourth example that you've seen is the use of systimestamp. Okay, thank you for watching and listening. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe and click the bell. Okay, I'll be seeing you in the next video.